It's Ian from RDO here. Welcome to the very first classic album of 2024. But before we get into that, obviously, rebranding day. We have everything's a little bit different. All the sort of banners went up yesterday. And today, as from today, you can get a new t-shirt, sweatshirt design. Don't know if you can see. It's the old logo, but we've just added the ranking since 2021. So if you fancy a hat or a t-shirt with this, go into the link in the description in the channel, and it'll give you a link to Redbubble, and go and purchase yourself a new t-shirt or a mug or even something for your dog. Anyway, classic album during January. Now, just before Christmas, I read an article on classic albums that we have forgotten about. So I thought, oh, this will be interesting, nice little theme. And I've picked out some of the albums that were on that list. And I'm going to start today with a band called Little Feat and their album Dixie Chicken. Now, Little Feat are an American rock band that were formed by Lowell George and who's a guitarist, vocalist, and keyboard player Bill Payne. They recruited Richie Hayward on the drums and Roy Estra on the bass back in 1969. But the band's classic lineup came into place in 1972 when they added two members. Sadly, some of them have passed on, but the surviving members reformed in 1987 and they remain active to this day. So the album that is forgotten about is their third album, and it's called Dixie Chicken, and it was released in 1973. The artwork for the front cover is an illustration by Neon Park, and is a reference to the line in the album's third song, Roll 'Em Easy. Now, this is the first album they added new members to the band. So one of the new members was Paul Berrier on vocals and guitar. Another person that was added was Sam Clayton on the congas, and you got Lowell George on vocals, guitar, cowbell and flute. Then they added Kenny Gradney on bass, which is the first with the group, Richie Hayward on drums and vocals, and Bill Payne on keyboards, synthesizers and vocals. So the first track is the title track, Dixie Chicken. Really good track. I love this funky bass line on this by the new member Kenny. Really good. But it's got a soulful vocal and it's a pretty cool track. Excellent stuff. Two Trains, again, the new bass player adding a really nice bass line to this. The guitar work on this is very intricate in places, and if you've listened to the previous albums, adding another guitarist has really gave this some depth. Very, very good track. It's got a soulful bluesy feel to it. Roll 'Em Easy. Very nice, gentle track. Very countrified. Some of that country rock sort of sound. You know, your Eagles sort of sound. A little bit of Allman Brothers thrown in there, and it's a really good track. But my favourite track on this album is this next one called On Your Way Down. It's got a lovely piano intro. Some nice Hammond rich organ comes in as well, which gives it that little bit of extra depth. And probably the best guitar solo on the album. Not quite sure which person does the guitar solo, but it's an absolutely great track and one of the best tracks by Little Feat, in my opinion. Then we got Kiss It Off. Excellent track. The keyboards are really good. It's a fine vocal as well. A very, very good track. Flip it over to side 2 for a bit of Fool Yourself. Fantastic vocal on this. It's a gentle, nice vocal, and it's got. If you read into it, it's a lovely song, and the lyrics are strong. Walkin All Night. Now the lead vocals on here is the new guy Paul Barriere and Bill Payne. Great sort of rapport between them. Some great guitar on. It's got that bluesy, sultry country sound to it. It really sounds good under headphones. It's absolutely a killer track. Fat Man in a Bathtub. I love the drumming on this. It's a great little drum beat from Richie Hayward. It really adds to it. It's just got one of them. It's one of them tunes that once it's in your head, you can't get it out of your head. Absolutely great track. Then we have Juliette. Love the flute in this. Really gives this a little bit of extra depth. It's a nice track, but the highlight is that flute playing. And the last track is an instrumental called Lafayette Railroad. This sounds more like a 1970s US cop show theme. It's a great sound. Electric piano, saxophone, really groovy track to end the album. Okay, what the critics are saying about this album is considered their landmark album, and the title track as their signature song that helped them further define the Little Feat sound. Adding the new members of Paul Barriere and Sam Clayton, big gamble to put them in, but very good. They just really get the sound. Bassist Kenny Grady was brought in and replaced Ray Estra. Very good. This lineup altered their sound a little bit, leaning towards the New Orleans R&B funk. This album also was voted 563 in Colin Larkin's all-time top 100 albums in the third edition that came out in 2000. The title track was released as a single, and it did quite well for them in the US. Not many reviews on it. AllMusic gave it a 3, and Chris Scales gave it a B+. I think when you've had a band they've had 2 reasonably successful albums, and to change the lineup and change the sound, it's a huge gamble in any band. But I think Little Feat pulled it off. I think the sound became more richer and added an extra depth. I think this is a really good album. We will be doing something with Little Feat in 2024, so I'm not going too much into detail where I'd rank this, but I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, there we are. First shows of 2024 under our belts. A busy day today, so preparing dinner. Got Lee coming round because we're going to be playing records on my new deck. I'm sure you've all watched that now. It's like being school kids again. He's coming round bringing his records, and we're going to listen to some great albums. I'll be back tomorrow though, and what have we got for you tomorrow? Well, we're going to start off with an album ranking of one of my sort of favourite sort of psychedelic sort of rocky bands from the 60s, and that's the Velvet Underground. And tomorrow's retro ranking, we're starting off with a bit of jazz in 2024, and one of the artists that really got me into the jazzy sound, and that's the wonderful Mr. Dave Brubeck. I'll be picking my favourite tracks by Dave. So have a great day. Hope you're not all got rather heavy hangovers. Enjoy New Year's Day, because tomorrow you all go back to the grindstone, something that I don't do anymore. and I don't miss it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.